That was quite... I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing.
It was wonderful. I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. That was quite something. I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks. Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the Ministry.
Have you seen this?
Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
How far did that portkey take us?
Farther from London than the carriage traveled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right, and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center. Excellent! That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Ah, up there. We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself! Reparo! Almost there.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Hello?
It can't be. Just a moment. Oh. Wait a minute. Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
After you.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12. Until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Revelio. I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Look out!
Potato!
Accio! Dissecto! Levioso! Deposo! Deposo! Confringo! Levioso! Exposo! Confringo! Lumos! Stay close!
Lumos. Professor? Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good. Revelio. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow again. Protego! Lumos. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Potato! Stupid! Lumos. Potato! Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. Oh! Oh. Oh. Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to. Good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know...
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in...
Desire to learn? I do enjoy...
You're clever indeed. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Better be Hufflepuff!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff Common Room.
This is the entrance?
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Anyone fancy going to brew pets with me? Different. Starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Can't imagine starting a new school this late. I wonder where they're from.
Revelio.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat. Arthur's got you. It's all right.
I can't quite reach. Hope they can catch him. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Anyway, I better go make sure the first year's caught that cat. Don't want...
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really?
If you don't mind, I'd prefer to just forget about it.
Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course, and good luck.
Why do we even have flying if Professor Black cancelled Quidditch?
Can't wait till I'm old enough to act. No more falling off brooms for me.
Such a beautiful owl. Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't...
Is that your owl?
I don't know who's... Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself. Especially since everyone will be watching to see how much...
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Nevertheless, it is, of course, presumably as a hard-working Hufflepuff. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time.
Well, you are here. Make them... Now, in light of your unique... Especially as you'll be expected to complete your
OWLs?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you... After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary. Here you are.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep...
Perhaps seeing it in action will... Walk with me and we shall put it... This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Revelio.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says. Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Tego!
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I was worried Transfiguration.
That should be all. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace...
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for... Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier...
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belonging.
I'm sorry, Professor, but...
Almost precisely what Professor... Speak of the devil?
Oh?
Yes.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare...
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a...
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that...
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map? Thank you. Good luck today. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come on, and we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Human transfiguration is dangerous.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And did I hear you masterfully evade Professor
I did my best. I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely...
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster.
Understood, Professor.
Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we... Unfold it and have a... The map is enchanted to...
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craft. I shall reach out when I have more information about him. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hit.
Professor Weasley is easily my
Revelio.
Her wand work is exquisite.
Beatrice Green from Dogweed and Deathcap.
Lumos.
Quite interesting, actually.
I could just have a butterbeer and the 3 rooms things.
Hello, Lenora. What do you...
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no...
If I have the time, I may look.
I've been racking my brains long enough. Do come and find me if you stumble on something in Loom.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
My brother caused a lot of trouble.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Revelio. Lenora, I saw...
You did?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to...
All very logical, I suppose. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio.
Can't catch thieves! Woohoo!
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Black has a wife.
Accio. That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. That's it! Happens to the best of us. Splendid! Very good. Point. But there's certainly no sport in playing. Miss Onai, would you care to give a... Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir. Here we go! Yes! Be sharp. how it's done.
Very good.
Let us see this. Phew. Well done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! Yes! Watch this. There we go.
That's it.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Here.
Don't lose your composure. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to...
That's good to hear.
To put it lightly, I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. I remember the first time I saw it, and then it just materialized before me. This inn.
It's nice to learn about it.
Thank you for asking. I think Professor Ronan wants... Until next time.
Of course.
Revelio.
You can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise.
A word, if you would.
You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak?
I did. I trust your first charm.
Well, an outdoor...
What charm is there in the... Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in...
Of course, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you... Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special...
Revelio.
You're the new student, aren't you? Revelio. Revelio.
Is that all you've got? Bombard!
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast. This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate. Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Good form.
I know.
I do enjoy lively duels.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot.
Thank you, Professor Hecat.
If what I've seen today is any indication, I demand excellence. A classroom duel is one thing.
Understood, Professor.
Again, well done today. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that...
It was certainly good practice.
practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was.
Be quiet if you like, but I know better. Magic, you know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain...
Exclusive and unsanctioned.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, whether it's joining a secret dueling club, you just have to be clever.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep...
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. Till next time.
Revelio.
Whee!
Oh, not again!
Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not the leak. He tried to stop me.
behind me. I promise.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's
Revelio.
just over there.
Leviosa.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's in...
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian?
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up. Find the one!
That's all you've got?
There goes my wager.
Leviosa.
What a duel. Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these. Again, congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Revelio. Revelio.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from the fight.
Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've...
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my train?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a string. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirable...
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Brooms.
Revelio.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell.
Indeed I do, and fixes things right up, makes a
It seems as if that might come in.
more frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who... A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but I have arranged some for today. See?
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is.
Revelio.
Got it.
Leviosa.
A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Brilliant.
Might some kind soul help me?
Are you all right?
Don't you know who?
I'm sorry the other students weren't.
That's kind of you. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I bought my gobstone collection, that is. Are you familiar with gobstones?
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell him. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstones. Imelda is one of the worst losers. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high...
Rather an overreaction on their...
I'll say. Anyway, I don't think I know the necessary spells yet.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my... I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackson.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
You're brave though, aren't you? I've seen you in
Revelio.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was in.
Revelio. Revelio.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much.
I completed the...
Marvelous. You clearly... Let us give the old mending charm. Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movement.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water.
Reparo.
It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate.
Revelio.
Lashed out.
It's a relief to finally have an answer.
Revelio.
Faces behind his back. You're awful.
By every broom.
Only we could find with a bit of practice.
Revelio.
Well,